Welcome to True Crime Limelight YouTube channel, where we bring a true crime story into limelight, and this is a story of how a lovely doctor was murdered. In a quiet town in Vermont, something terrible happened inside a place meant for healing. A respected doctor found dead in his own office. No forced entry, no witnesses, just one question. Who killed Dr. Aaron Harper? You're also curious, right? Okay, sit back and listen to the story. The morning air in Burlington, Vermont carried that sharp October chill, the kind that stings your cheeks and reminds you summer's long gone. Detective Evelyn Shaw stepped out of her car, staring up at the Maple Grove Medical Center. Red and blue lights pulsed against the glass doors, their reflections bleeding across the rain-soaked pavement like smudged paint. Inside, everything smelled of antiseptic and silence. Nurses whispered behind trembling gloves. A lone officer pointed toward the last office on the right. That's where they found him, Dr. Aaron Harper, slumped over his desk, his white coat still buttoned, a faint smear of dried blood on his collar. On the computer screen before him, one patient file glowed under the dim light. Eleanor Pierce, age 67. No signs of struggle, no forced entry, just the soft hum of the air conditioner filling the void. Dr. Harper was the heart of Maple Grove, loved by patients, trusted by everyone. A man who smiled too much, worked too hard, and said yes to everything. But Detective Shaw knew one thing better than anyone. The brightest halos often hide the darkest shadows. That afternoon, Shaw drove to Harper's home. His wife, Lydia, opened the door before Shaw could knock twice. Her eyes were dry, too dry. Her voice steady, almost rehearsed. "He worked late last night," she said softly. "I went to bed before he came home. When I woke up, he still wasn't back. I thought he stayed at the clinic." Shaw noticed her hands, perfectly manicured, calm and still. Not the hands of a grieving widow. Back at the clinic, a young nurse, Julia Ramos, lingered near the break room. Her face pale, her eyes restless. When Shaw approached, her voice dropped to a whisper. Dr. Harper was different lately. Nervous, locking his office, making calls late at night. She hesitated. He said some things couldn't stay hidden forever. Shaw's instincts sharpened. What kind of things? He didn't say, but I once heard him mention a file. Something about EP. Eleanor Pierce, the same name on his screen that morning. Hours later, Shaw tore through every inch of Harper's office, drawers, folders, digital files. Nothing, until the bottom drawer came loose. Behind a false panel, a flash drive. 2 letters scratched into the plastic, EP. At headquarters, the tech team cracked the encryption. What they found blew the case wide open. Dozens of falsified test results. Fake signatures. Altered prescriptions. Every file connected to Maple Grove and stamped with 2 names. Dr. Aaron Harper and Dr. Daniel Morrow, his closest colleague. When Shaw confronted Dr. Morrow, he was already trembling. "We made a mistake," he confessed. "Years ago, a patient, Eleanor Pierce, died during surgery. We covered it up, changed the report." "And Harper?" Shaw asked. He couldn't live with it anymore. He wanted to confess. Go to the board. Morrow swallowed hard. "But I didn't kill him. He called me last night, said he was meeting someone who could make it right." Security footage confirmed it. Harper left his office at 11:30 p.m., returned 15 minutes later, pale, shaken. The next person to enter his office was his wife. 2 days later, Lydia Harper sat in the interrogation room. No lawyer, no tears, just silence. Shaw placed a small evidence bag on the table. Inside, a vial of potassium chloride and Dr. Harper's missing phone, both found in Lydia's purse. "You could have walked away, Lydia," Shaw said quietly. "You could have told the truth." Lydia's eyes glistened, but her tone stayed soft. "He was going to destroy everything, our home, our savings, our life. I went there to talk him out of it, to beg him." She paused, voice trembling. "He said he didn't care. He turned his back on me, and I just..." She took a shaky breath. "I just snapped." Silence swallowed the room. "It was supposed to stop the pain," she whispered. "Not his heart." Dr. Morrow resigned before his hearing. More staff were implicated. Within weeks, Maple Grove Medical Center shut its doors for good. On the final day of the case, Detective Shaw stood in Harper's empty office. The blinds were drawn. The air smelled faintly of disinfectant and regret. She looked at the desk where the doctor took his last breath and thought about the cruel irony. A man who spent his life saving others, destroyed by the people he trusted most. As she flipped off the light, the hum of the air conditioner faded, and the silence of Dr. Harper returned once more.